Gen Z and millennials don't want kids. So the birth rate, the fertility rate in the U.S. has been going down for years. It's now at a historic low. And what's really interesting when you get into the Pew Research underneath it is the reason people are not having kids has changed. So put up this graphic here, and I'll talk you through it. People over the age of 50 who have not had children, they say, look, it just didn't happen. Basically, I wanted to, but it was bad luck. Young people today say, I'm not even out here trying. I, period, full stop, don't want children. That is a big shift. That is a big change. There's a bunch of reasons. A portion of them cite the cost.
The cost of childcare is bananas.
It's bananas.
School is just, it's
crazy.
Unreal.
I usually mind my business, y'all, but the politicians are panicking. The U.S. birth rate is at an all-time low. Don't nobody want these damn kids. Y'all done made this economy unfucking affordable. And y'all expect us to keep having kids. Nah, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all corporations, you CEOs taking all the goddamn money, not paying livable wages, and then you're crying because we don't want to have kids we gotta struggle with. No, bitch. No, bitch.
Of course the birth rate is decreasing. The only motherfuckers having kids are stupid bitches and reckless niggas. Done. So y'all just stop getting on this app acting like the women the problem or the men. It's not how it is. People who are having kids don't know what the fuck's going on out there, and they gonna find the fuck out when your kid have autism, or when your kid gets snatched the fuck up, or when your kid is dumb as hell because of the education system. Stop having kids if you know what's going on.
The U.S. government is panicking because the birth rate is falling, which means that GDP could be falling, which means that billionaires could make less money.
So they want women to have more babies.
So they are trying everything they can, except lower prices, make better healthcare, allow people to work from home, or making childcare cheaper.
Here are some of their ideas.
1, they propose giving $5,000 cash to every woman who gives birth. 2, they want to educate women on their cycles so they can better understand how to have children. And 3, they want to reserve about 1/3 of all Fulbright scholarships for people who are married or who have children. Multiple countries have tried to deal with their declining birth rates in highly similar ways, and they failed for decades.
How bad is our birth decline?
It is shockingly bad. So we are now at 1.6 per woman. Our replacement rate is 2.1.
Wow.
It is going to be a shock, a huge shock, when our generation ages and there's no one there to do important services. This is how civilizations die. Like, who takes care of boomers when they're in their 80s and 90s? If you do not have a generation of workers, society starts crumbling. I'm a firm believer that the most important institution in America is the family. The family used to exist to take care of the people who were weakest. Now the state has to take care of them, which is why you see a lot of these people on the street. Oh, well, we went from 2.1 to 1.6. That can't be that bad. I mean, in a couple generations, that means that our population has shrunk by half.
In a couple of generations?
Yeah, but I actually think the bigger problem is cultural and spiritual. Feminism did change the memes and the culture, but no one talks about when you introduce birth control into a society. All of these declines in the industrial world started at the exact same time that the pill was introduced. Something magical changed in the 60s and the 70s. Abortion was made legal in 1973. Other nations followed. There's a reason why the birth rate is so low in these countries.
Hello lovelies, welcome back to today's episode. When you try to observe the way the birth rate is declining at a high level since 2024 till this 2025 is getting worse, is making a lot of American people talking about it. Some people I feel happy because they are trying to explain their opinions. Other people, they have their thought about it. Let's dive into today's episode. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Let's use these different creators. All credits belongs to original of these videos I use. Then you come back with more commentaries.
Girl, apparently they did a damn study and found out that the damn birth rate in the U.S. dropped again. Somebody act shocked, okay? Because I don't have it in me to do it. Imagine taking away fucking free lunches, rolling back fucking child labor laws, while continuously raising the price of fucking groceries, housing, and every fucking thing else related to surviving. And then being shocked that your whole plan to overturn Roe v. Wade didn't increase the fucking birth rate. They doing all of this roundabout shit when if they just made living here easier, then the birth rate would go right the fuck back up again. But no, they're too busy sending money elsewhere into the military, funding fucking famine and wars and genocide. Who the fuck would want to have a child in these conditions? conditions. I sure the fuck am not. Then you got the motherfuckers that's making it seem like a woman's only purpose is to have a child. Bitch, watch me walk around this hoe happy and childless. I don't know what the fuck it is, but every time I tell somebody I'm childless and like I'm damn near 30, they look at me like I'm just like a failure in life. But bitch, at the same time, I've graduated college. I graduated high school early. I'm successful. I'm fucking happy. Why would I have a child and ruin all of that? I've seen a whole shitload of miserable ass parents. We're seeing that a lot in these fucking videos of y'all arguing about how y'all not buying school supplies. Okay, neglectful parent. I just think it's funny that they doing all of this extra shit to try and increase the birth rate when they could just like give incentives for having children. I don't know. Or they could just make like, you know, having a family possible again financially. I don't know. That's just me.
The American dream is so dead, people don't even want to pass it on to their own kids. I read an article about how this is the hugest decline, right, in Americans having children. Americans are not having enough children for the first time in history to replace, you know, themselves, right? But why would somebody bring children into this world, in America specifically? Why would you purposely have a baby in America? Why would a woman even do that? You don't have any control over your body. Government has ultimate control over your vessel. Hell, government will even keep you alive as a host when you're dead just to make sure it can force you to give birth to that baby. So I don't see the benefit for women, frankly, to have babies. America is not a place for families, you know? It's obviously not a place for families. It's not set up that way. They tax families into oblivion. So why would you sign up for that? So no. That's why people aren't having babies. America, if you want young people to have babies, how about you make this economy affordable? Because right now it's not. It's really set up just for rich people to have babies. So go have the rich women. Oh, that's right. They don't want to have rich women have a whole bunch of babies because their kids are not going to work in factories and stuff. It's supposed to be our kids work in factories. Like I said, that's why people are not having kids. Why the hell would we have kids? Why would anybody have kids in this environment? Why would anybody have kids in this environment? It's not a good environment for children. So, kudos to the young folk. If you smart, keep your dress down and your panties up.
They genuinely thought that they were going to be able to take away everything that we remotely have that's good in America, which is not a lot, by the way. Take away everything that's remotely good in America from us, and that we're still going to lay down and have kids? Is everything all right? I'm seeing all these articles about, like, the declining birth rate. Duh! I didn't need an article to know that. Of course we're not having kids. Childcare is like $1,000 a month. Who can afford that? We can barely afford to take care of ourselves, let alone a child. Formula is $50. Then at that, you don't want to do anything to help us. Why would we bring a child into this world? You're making it harder to get a higher education. Why would we bring a child into this world? You're taking away... What the fuck is RFK trying to take away now? He's trying to take away... like pre-screeners, like mammograms, colonoscopies. Like, he's trying to take that away so it won't be covered under your insurance. So by the way, if you have it coming up, you should schedule it now. Why would we have kids? Why would we have kids? Who the fuck is having a kid for the economy? Who the fuck cares? Let it all crash and burn. Let it all burn.
The CDC telling y'all that the birth rates are down right in 2024 and it's going to be even worse in 2025. Women, you're going to have to even try harder to not become pregnant. I urge you to, please, for your safety, for your sanity, because I feel like this world is, well, our government is going to make it even harder for you to prevent that. So whether it's any form of birth control or certain laws that say you can't do certain things without being married, or just these frameworks that they're going to use to try to get you, you know, less protected as possible as a woman who is practicing sex. So just please, 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 please put yourself first. Please put yourself first. And if you want to have a child, make sure you are sure. Make sure you're doing it with the person that you're doing it with, you're sure about. And please just have in mind that moving forward, your pregnancy could, endanger your life potentially. So if that's a risk you're really willing to take with a government who is failing to cater to you to the fullest capacity, just be sure, please. Please be sure. Because it'll be nice, I'm sure, for you to bring a life into this world if it's what you really want. But what would be even worse is not getting to experience it, not living to see the life that you brought into this world, or losing you both.
The CDC just dropped this, and we need to talk about it. Less than 1.6 kids per woman in 2024. That's not even enough to replace ourselves as a population. And before anyone starts saying, millennials are killing the baby industry, let me break down the math for you. Average rent, $2,000 a month. Childcare, $1,400 a month on average, and that's not even including health insurance. The average hospital birth is over $10,000, and that's assuming that everything goes okay. And that's before formula, diapers, all of the other expenses that come with raising a child and giving them the life that they deserve. But sure, tell me more about how we just need to start prioritizing family values when a majority of our income goes towards rent. Most people are just one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. Fix the economy and then we'll start talking about babies. Just a thought.
So the birth rate is declining, and as a mother of 4, I think you can hear my kids in the background, I am so happy that it is. They said this for the first time that the birth rate has reached a point of 1.6 children per family or mom. Anyway, the replacement rate's 2.1. So I have 4. The statistic that just came out was that for the first time in like the recorded history, more women over 40 gave birth than teenagers, because these young girls who don't have babies, the system doesn't have leverage over you like it has for me. Like, I just saw a woman talking about boycotting from October 1st to December 25th. And as someone who worked in retail, I know that October 1st to December 25th is the holiday time frame that they need to get back into the black. They depend on that time frame like nothing else. Like, they plan their whole year around it. So to boycott in that time frame would do significant damage to all these corporations. And somebody like me with children, or somebody with small children, would find it harder to boycott Christmas because, you just don't want your kids to be left out. And you also want to give your kids fun, magical childhood memories. So it's harder for us to do things like that. But if you don't have children, you can participate in these things. So if you don't have children as a young woman today, they don't have the leverage over you that they had over me when I was 25, 30, 35, raising young children. Just even like when it comes to working, I took jobs I didn't want to take, stayed longer than I wanted to stay because of my children. And if you're a woman with no kids, you don't have to do that. And I'm so happy for you.
So birth rates had declined, and baby, they gonna keep on declining because it's fuck them kids. It's fuck them kids. You could not pay me to have, let alone carry, a child and then raise said child for the rest of my damn natural life. I can't even raise myself. You're lucky if I fucking turn my alarm off on time to make it to fucking work. You think I want to raise a child in this economy? Bitch, you might as well wrap that shit up and call it a fucking day. You might as well just... You couldn't pay me to have a kid. You couldn't pay me. And then the people that I see having children, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I literally feel sick for them. I feel sick for them. Because there's no way that you look at what's going on in this world and you think that it's the time now to have a child. Let's not even get into the fact of like the child, but it's like you have to go like healthcare. The price, the cost. I saw this girl post her fucking hospital bill from having her baby. Bitch, I can't even handle my fucking credit card debt. You think I'm about to deal with fucking medical debt on top of that shit? Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Call it a day. Call it a day. If I could find a doctor to fucking tie my tubes and honestly take my whole entire uterus out, I would find one right now and do that shit. I would find one right now and do that shit. And it's so funny to me because I always get boomers at my job that are like, oh, when are you gonna have kids? Kids.
When you try to observe the reason why, the birth rate is declining at a high level since 2024 till date, the way it's getting worse. There is a lot of factors we may use to defend this. You all know, even since this new administration came back in office, the life was a bit hard on each and every one because you can't tell how people has been there screaming, crying that the American dream is dead. They're no longer able to afford the grocery. They're no longer able to eat twice a meal a day as they used to be. Each and everything is getting worse. But since this new administration also came back in office, they try to crash each and everything. The economy is crashing. You are seeing a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people are confused, are frustrated. Life is getting harder. People are going homeless. This time around, you can't even explain the future of America. You can't even project the future of this country. Now, when you try to come in this side of having kids, try to make it sense. Even as a single person, you can't afford to gather all the bills. Now, try to add another person in your life you are going to take care of. And let's use these examples. When you are making $2,000 a month and the rentals is $1,000, just gather other bills, putting electricity, water, gas, cars, each and everything. You are nothing. You are like you are not living. And how are you going to plan having a family? How are you going to planning have a baby? Or although if you have maybe one baby to add more to, it's already impossible. I think these people who are trying to say things are going very, very hard. That's the reason why they are not even have any plan to have future kids. You may understand them. And when we come on this new administration, they try their best level to take women's rights, babies' rights, because you can't tell how. You are just there, you are cutting all food stamps, or SNAP benefits, or health insurance. You don't care that some kids will need that food stamp to survive, to grow. You don't care about anything. You never reserve any woman rights to encourage them to keep having a lot of babies. Now you are just saying you want people to keep having more babies. You remember during that period, Elon Musk was looking sad, saying American people, they no longer want to have kids, and it is the future of America if people will rise up and have a lot of kids. But people came out trying to ask him, you are a billionaire. You are coming to launch Doge here and there. You are coming to cut each and everything, to crash each and everything. How come are you expecting us in this economy, in this century, to give more babies when we can't afford them? Which benefit has you put it there in place so that it will come to help these families to keep having a lot of babies? Now see, this woman was trying to say, if there is no more generation, new generation, we are going to lose people to take care of elder people, these boomers, 80s, 90s. I don't think that's the real problem people are having now. Just try to have pity on this new generation. You are having a grown-up girl, boys, but when you try to sit them down, you talk with them. My kids, what is your future? What are you planning? When are you planning to have a family? A lot of them, they will say, Mom, Dad, there is no future. I don't see any future to have kids in this America. How am I going to raise them in this economy? Even me, the job I'm doing, I can't do anything. Look at the housing. All the houses are becoming unaffordable. Look this inflation. Look at this unaffordable health care. Just check this level of homeless. And you are saying people are going to plan having babies? No wonder in this Gen Z, each and everyone, they don't have that plan. You'll find a few people have that in mind. In one day, they plan to have it. In another time, they say, no, 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 no. I will think about it first. Because you've been grown up in a family of 5 kids, siblings, you've been having good life. Your mom, your dad used to have one job, and you've been living a good life, going on a vacation, enjoying your life here and there. But this time around, even when you are 2, you are 1, you can't afford to go in a vacation. And the people who are making 6 figures a year, also they are complaining they can't manage to have babies right now. What are you saying? Now see, this new administration, instead for them coming and say, let's try to put some strategies to encourage people having more babies, let's cut each and everything, but when we come on the side of families, let's try to put each and everything which will encourage people to have more babies. No, they don't care. You have seen it in Europe. When a woman gives birth, they will give her 6 months rest, maternity rest. But in America, it's only 15 days. What are you saying? You are giving a mom 2 weeks of maternity rest, and you are expecting that woman to have that mind to have a lot of babies? Each and everything is almost impossible. Even right now, we would congratulate each and everyone who is raising kids in America. You are very strong. Because we know the struggle you are passing through. We know the way a woman will keep exchanging the shift with her husband to go to work. You go to work, you come back, you stay with the kids. Your wife will go to work, she will come back and stay with kids. It's not even easy. Just try to imagine the struggle. And right now, we are no longer going to see any food stamps and SNAP benefits. Now try to imagine the future. Try to imagine how we are going to see just people getting old without any new generation to replace them. Just try to imagine. And Elon Musk has been there saying, if we no longer have a lot of babies in coming future, our factories are going to lose workers. Because for them are billionaires, they are only focusing on their money, they are only focusing on their labor work, they don't care about low-income families. This is what people voted for. This is what people wanted. And you know, a country without a lot of newborn babies, you know the consequences. You know the way sometimes I don't understand. I don't understand. When you try to compare the life in America and the life in Europe, in Asia, and the way people are known America as a great nation, it's quite embarrassing the way American people doesn't have health insurance, doesn't have a good maternity rest for women. There is not any women rights or encouragement for them. Try to compare the life in Asia, in China, in Korea. When a woman gives birth, even the government will come and pay her. They will give her gifts. They will send her that kid to school for free. They will take care of her. When we go in Germany, when you give birth to a new baby, government is going to take care of her, giving her 250 euros per month till that baby will reach 18 years. Now see the encouragement. Even there, the birth rate is declining with that even benefits. Now, when you try to come in America, there is nothing which favor these families. There is no more priorities they set for families. And you are sitting there expecting them to keep giving birth? No, it's not going to happen. Guys, thank you for watching today's episode. Drop your opinion in today's episode. Do you think this birth rate declining is something good? Do you think there is any other way government should do to encouraging families, women to keep having more kids? Drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you. See you in my next episode. Bye.